Hey guys, Caleb's Cards here, coming at you with a long put-off episode of my World War I autograph project update. I did get a couple things in since the last episode, which I believe was in like October or something like that. I did pick up a pretty huge autograph on Black Friday that I'm really excited to show you. We'll see that for the end because it's a pretty awesome one. Never thought I'd own it, and it's pretty much the pinnacle of the collection so far. And then did get another autograph before that, and then a non-autograph item but still World War I related and kind of cool, and I just picked it up recently, so we'll go ahead and share that one first. So this is a World War I honorable discharge letter for 7 soldiers from Camp Dix, and it's dated from December 21st, 1918, and it's the Camp Dix headquarters in New Jersey. It says, by direction of the President and under the provisions of Section 9 Act of Congress, May 19, 1917, and Circular Number 75, War Department, 1918, and the following named officers are honorably discharged from the service of the United States for the convenience of the government to take effect this date, their services being no longer required. Captain Harold James Smith. It's actually 9 guys, I'm sorry. He was in the 109th Sanitary Train, 34th Division. Second Lieutenant Perworth Jones. He's part of the Sub-Depot QMC. And then by direction of the President and under the provisions of Section Act of Congress, these men are also honorably discharged from the service of the United States for the convenience of the government to take effect this date. And this is part of the 153rd Depot Brigade. This is Captain William Francis Gorman. He's an infantry. First Lieutenant William Frederick Berger, infantry. First Lieutenant Leonard Fish Wing, infantry. Second Lieutenant Alan Ditchfield Campbell, infantry. Second Lieutenant James Emmett Costello, infantry. Second Lieutenant James Edgar Parnell, infantry, and Second Lieutenant Raymond Wilmot Sheldon, infantry. By command of Major General Scott and Colonel. But it's all this stuff is Colonel Infantry USA Executive Officer. And then not signed but printed, official Dwight S. Wetmore, Major Attorney General, U.S. Adjutant. So pretty cool. It's kind of a little piece of the history there. I don't recognize any of the names, but might try and look them up and just see if they have anything about them specifically. That'd be kind of cool. So that was just a little piece picked up for $5, I think. And this one I believe was entirely free because I bought it with my eBay bucks, and it's kind of an odd autograph piece, but it is signed by this gentleman. So he worked for the government for a number of years in New York, and this is Chester Harding King, and he was a treasurer and auditor in the city of Syracuse. So he signed this paper for someone's taxes, and it's this one right here. And Mr. Chester Harding King was born 1880, died 1961. He was a commander and captain of the infamous Troop D, 1st New York Cavalry, National Guard, leading his troops at the Mexican border fighting Pancho Villa. So that's also another cool one, Pancho Villa, who had invaded the United States and serving under General Blackjack Pershing, 1916-17. He's major of the 104th Machine Gun Battalion in World War I, 27th Division, American Expeditionary Force, and then he was later elected to Onondaga, very weird, county treasurer, and first auditor of the city of Syracuse. So Mr. King was a pretty highly respectable person, as well as during World War I and also after, and had a pretty successful life. So that's a kind of a pretty cool pickup. I know maybe the piece that's autographed isn't necessarily too extravagant, but the history behind it is still very cool. Then the big autograph that I got. I showed a few people through a photo, and it's coming from Zane Savage, who is basically kind of like the founder of the Autographers Anonymous TTM podcast, and I'll make sure to leave links down below to him as well. But he's pretty much a TTM legend. I know he's trying to get back into it a little bit, but for the most part, he does also sell because it is part of his business. So this was marked down from like, I want to say like $200 down to like 80 something during Black Friday. And at the time, I just saw it. It popped up in like your suggested eBay of like things you might be interested in, and I saw the price and I was like, I clicked on it immediately. I didn't even look to see who it was from. I looked at the autograph. I was like, that looks pretty good to me. I was about 90% sure that it was real, but then when I saw that it came back from him, I was like, oh, this is 100% real. So this is probably the most famous U.S. fighter pilot in our history. This is Mr. Eddie Rickenbacker, and it's a cut piece with a photo of him matted. Looks like a signature from like a letter or something like that, and he would usually always date his signature. But if you're not familiar with Mr. Rickenbacker, he was born October 8th, 1890 and passed away July 23rd, 1973. So when this autograph was signed, he passed away 6 years later. And he is a Medal of Honor recipient, so that's 2 Medal of Honor recipients so far for our World War I collection. And he has a total of 26 aerial victories, and he was America's most successful fighter ace in the war. He was also considered to have received the most awards for valor by an American during the war. He was also a race car driver, an automotive designer, a government consultant in military matters, and a pioneer in air transportation, particularly as longtime head of Eastern Airlines. So let's see if we can find his Medal of Honor that has anything about that. Like specifically, it's not really saying. I thought there'd be like a special deal for that, but I guess not. So, but definitely, he's got a really long page. You could keep reading it forever, but for video's sake, I won't do that for you. But still, a really cool piece. Very excited to have this and finally properly put it away now that I've got this video finished. And then Mr. Zane did not stop there. He did include a nice little Christmas card of him, so I really appreciate him doing that. And then an 8x10 signed by the whole entire Autographers Anonymous podcast team, so that's really cool. So you got Andy Summers, Jason Inc., Michael Rhodes, Zane Savage, Troy Rudder, Stacy Schaefer. So that is really cool. Really neat piece of YouTube and TTM legends there. So really was very excited when I saw that, because I was like, what is this? There's a little extra in there, and I was like, oh, this is Zane that I bought from. So that was really cool to get that. So that is the 3 World War I pickups for the past 3 months, I guess. I'll see what I can do in the coming months to see if we can get something else in, and it'll be video worthy. So stay tuned for more. So I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye.